Well, perhaps no vegetable is more synonymous with the state of Georgia than the Vidalia onion. And you can now find them at your local grocery store as the packing date has officially come and gone. However, getting them from the field to the consumers was anything but easy this season.
I think some of the characteristics that'll tell the story about this year is just the amount of rain we've seen over the fall and winter months. Had a record amount of rainfall, which is always a challenge to Vidalia sweet onions. Ever since we transplanted these onions in November and December, they've sat in wet dirt. So, you know, just bacteria, any kind of disease problems you tend to see when you have unusually wet years, and this year is no different. And anytime that onion has an overabundance of water, it gets stressed.
The poor growing conditions isn't the only concern for growers, as the COVID-19 pandemic has forced our borders to shut down, which caused a major problem with the harvesting of the crop.
Our biggest concern is getting our labor, our H-2A labor. That's always a concern. This year we've got a heightened level of concern, and then obviously with the COVID-19, it just throws a lot of unknowns into the situation. It does look like the federal government is working with us, the state government is working with us. You know, we've got to take all those things in consideration, and we're going to have a lot of new process and procedures of how we go about harvesting this crop, packing this crop, and getting it to market this year. And I think for a lot of us Vidalia onion growers, there's just a lot of unknown.
Fortunately, it's a problem the government is very well aware of, as they're working tirelessly on both the state and national level to ensure the proper amount of workforce.
You know, it's H-2A is a government-provided program, and our government has identified Vidalia onions and growers and packers as an essential business. We're in the food chain, and so they've really gone to extra lengths. The federal government and the state government, our U.S. Congress people, have gone to extra lengths to be sure that we have access to our workers.
Despite the many obstacles, this year's crop looks to be another solid one if the growers can avoid any more setbacks.
We want normal temperatures and dry weather, no rain if we could order it up. But, you know, we have irrigation systems here in southeast Georgia. You know, from March the 1st on, we like to water them ourselves, so to speak. And Vidalia onion likes dry, dusty conditions during harvest. And, you know, hopefully that's, you know, what we get.
Even though 2020 has brought a number of unexpected challenges for producers, it still doesn't dampen their enthusiasm to produce one of Georgia's signature crops.
My brother and I have been in this business since we were young, and obviously we're second generation grower packers. And you know, it signifies spring to us. This time of year, we see the azaleas blooming, we see the Vidalia onions starting to bulb, and when we start harvesting Vidalia onions this springtime in South Georgia.
Reporting from Tattnall County, I'm Damon Jones for the Farm Monitor.